Welcome to Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of sponge.
Grandma Daynut used to say, Duncan, you got more bone than brain in that thick skull of yours.
Undra Vermis, a drowned necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to ponder.
I puts the ass in crevice.
Tish Duskwhite, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
Gotta take it easy, easy, roll your dice. Any kind of battle, you and me together will be fine. Sorry, Steen.
And Skjold Gunvaldsen, a war cleric who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
Naken är den man som inte har en broder. So, to translate, it's bare is the back of a brotherless man.
Beer.
Bear.
Like a naked.
Oh, bear.
I wasn't going there. But,
Yeah, I was.
hang on, a bear
Is
the back of the brotherless man.
No, it still don't make any sense, does it?
That's lovely. Yes.
Depends on
Has
the
he
back,
been
really.
skinned?
Oh, eagle spray.
Oh, the flayed man. Now,
That's a
now-
flayed man.
This is getting
No.
interesting.
Yes.
There we go.
No?
Alright, so the pub.
You join the group.
To the pub.
To the pub.
Yes.
Magic words.
You join the group as they have made their way into Militant Inner, having done various chores and deeds to secure entrance. With a quick tour and an explanation of how the mine is laid out and worked, they are dropped off at the Drafty Shaft, the large welcoming tavern on the third level of this kind of this stepped town, which is hidden from sunlight and view in the Upper Ward Ranges, effectively the main working point for the Stonewarp Mining Company. You've entered the Drafty Shaft. The prominence of the cavern, the 7-foot kind of hole covered by a steel grate in the centre of the room, which people, seemingly just watching them, are kind of mindlessly just kind of navigating around, but almost by just by memory. The large bar where two humans, a male and a female, kind of converse. A female comes over to you. May I help you for some drink or food? Or...
Oh, yes, both of those would be great. If you've got
Wonderful.
pie and beer, we'll be
Oh, we
happy.
do. Pie. We have meat and cheese pies today.
Nice.
Yep. There's mince as well. So good stuff. Really tasty. So So you're new here. I've never met you. My name's Renna, and she kind of hands her hand out. And
Hi,
Have they all
pleasure to welcome you to Shafties. And
Renner. It's getting very confusing for me. Now, could you just tell me what that big hole in the floor is?
Come over. And she goes, don't worry, it's completely secure. So this was the very first drop shaft of the mining company. Back in the kind of the very first day, this was almost the original plateau, and the original mine, which is called. You obviously knew you're new to here, so the original mine, the Alpha Mine, actually at some point you can get to that mine from this grate, and you look down. It's at a guess. It's about a 200 foot. You can't see the bottom. You're thinking it's like 200 foot drop, and you can see maybe about 20 feet down the remnants of like an old rusted like ladder, which is kind of supported into the wall. But yeah, so it's that's why we call the pub why we call it, because every now and again, and at that moment, a kind of a breeze whips up, and you just kind of get this kind of long echoing kind of whistle. keeps everything quite cool and breezy in here, but you get used to the noise. But yeah. But
So that leads down to the Alpha Mine.
Oh, way down, yeah. I mean, we believe there's lots of cave-ins and so on down there. It does lead down there, but we're not sure if it's accessible from any point. And yeah, we had to put the grate on it a couple of years ago. A drunken accident. We used to have a little raised wall around it. Yeah. So we decided to go for
knee
security.
height, so you can trip.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Is the grate like permanently fixed in, or is it like a
It
hinge thing that you can move?
No, it looks quite clearly like it's embedded into a kind of a foundation of stones running around.
Oh, okay.
Does it look like a little rock gnome could fit through one of the holes in the grate?
You're probably
If you punched
looking.
her hard enough.
You're probably looking maybe by like maybe a 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter square. Like it's would be like fine for a mouse, maybe, but no.
No. Okay,
I'm
so
a little
But
bit.
somebody could like misty step.
so I'm thinking this isn't the way in, is what I'm hearing here.
Yet.
Oh yeah,
Never know.
so beer would be excellent.
Yeah,
and
but
pie,
and she
yeah.
kind of leads you over and takes. You get a table. It's relatively near to the bar. It's quite busy in here. A platform over one end of the tavern is already set, and you can see a kind of a fiddle on a stand, ready to go. You can see what looks like an oversized kind of violin or fiddle, kind of larger and longer, just with kind of looks like 4 or 5 strings on it, a little bit thicker in their kind of their weight.
Like a viola.
No, for you guys, a bit more of like a guitar in some respects, but it's a very strange looking instrument, not one that you've kind of come across.
And I've known it. I'd know it.
There is
So-
a couple of actually steel drums in the back,
Ooh.
like man-made steel drums, and just kind of sitting there, and it looks like some form of percussion and kind of like eccentric kind of looking setup. And as you're looking over there, Renner turns around and goes, "Oh, I mean, you're here. It's good times. About an hour, we'll be playing some music, so perfect time for dinner and a catch up, and then enjoy the evening." So.
I wonder if that's hobbits there, because you could go and have a fiddle.
It's been ages.
Yep, I've finished my course of antibiotics and
I can't remember his name. What was it?
Oh,
Can you remember his name?
Left an impression, clearly.
yes, I can.
As the
This wasn't really to talk about it. Let's carry on,
your
Mr.
friendly
Dungeon
waitress
Master.
kind of moves away. She comes back with some drinks. You're left to your own devices, and it's not long after the kind of the man, the short beard comes over, who you saw leaning at the bar, and he just kind of says hello and introduces himself as Arden Stumptown. Introduces himself as the proprietor of the establishment, or the manager.
Huey.
Who are you?
Huey.
Who are you, Birdsong?
Huey Birdsong.
Yeah, I had to think about it because, sorry, back to you,
Apologies.
Dungeon Master.
Definitely was listening to what
Who
you
are
were
you?
saying. Definitely.
But no, as he comes over, he introduces himself and goes, "Well, as you were sitting down, Alex came in and said that you were here as guests of the town seniors. So you did some good deeds clearing
Yes.
the beasts that have been plaguing the out of town. So
Yeah, and
welcome."
then some.
And hospitality is on compliments of the company this evening, and we have rooms. We have 2 double rooms upstairs for you all.
There you go.
So yeah, enjoy. My name's Arden, and just say if you have needs of anything.
Yes, beer, please.
Well, you look down and there's already a round as he kind of gestures in front of you.
Well, that's not going to last, though, is it?
Well, I'll bring a couple of jugs over for you as well, to keep you going, and enjoy the entertainment. You're in for a treat with the Agnums, so yes. Anything else I can help with, please let me know. Otherwise, enjoy. And he kind of leaves you to your own devices.
Are there any other dwarves in the pub?
There's quite a large number of dwarves. They're over in one kind of particular corner. So it's almost like the place is divided into 3. So you've got a large congregation of dwarves over in one area. You've got a smaller congregation of what look like gnomes in various kind of attire. and then you've got a group of humans, like some guardsmen looking off, like they're off duty. There's a mingling around the bar, but it seems like when they kind of move away from this area, they tend to gravitate towards their own areas. The dwarves all look to be in kind of mining outfits. You're kind of a bit dirty and dusty, like they've either just finished shift or getting ready to go. The gnomes seem to be in a mixture of attire. Some are a little bit more kind of well dressed. Some in attire where their tool belts may be empty or with some basic kind of tools in there. There's some wearing similar outfits to those that were manning the large winch when you first entered the mine. And then the humans are all mostly guards
I
or
misheard that, you.
guards or kind of mining outfits of some description. So.
Lift operators.
Right, let's go. Can I go and talk to the dwarves?
Yeah,
I should pop over and talk to the gnomes after you've talked to the dwarves.
Yeah.
I'll hold our seats.
So you make,
Right,
you make your way over.
Settle down.
You pick a friendly-looking group to kind of meander to. Not the loudest, but the kind of one of them. And then as you go over there, hey, welcome. Not a familiar face. One of them stands up. Good sir. Has his hand out. Pleasure to me to introduce another dwarf here. What brings you? My name's Ardris.
I'll give them the secret dwarven welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Maybe you recognise my
We're just having a little look round, really. We did some really great heroic things. We killed all the harpies. We rescued what's her name? Lady who was attacked by the bandits. We killed all the bandits. So we've done quite a good few things. So they let us come down here to have a beer and listen to the music.
Right. Well, welcome. It's always a pleasure to welcome a fellow dwarf down here. It's a shame we can't get you down to the mines, but yeah, not allowed. But yeah, enjoy the evening. So,
Oh yeah, we heard we weren't allowed in the mines, but that's all right. Coming down to this bit is quite good.
right. Not everyone gets to see down here, and at that moment you get a clasp and this kind of hand, kind of firm grip on your shoulder. Duncan Dennett. Wonder when we see your face down here, and you look around and there's this kind of red-haired dwarf who you recognise from your night up in the Cheerful Lantern, not past Sils Veltner. So it's a pleasure to finally see you down here.
Oh yes, it took a little bit of doing. We had to kill some harpies and stuff, but nothing too
I
heroic.
heard. And then he looks around and he goes, these guys, Duncan and his associates, or his team, they're the genuine deal guys. These are good people, so look after them. And apparently, Duncan has recently done the dwarf fire dance.
Oh
And
yes,
he is, "Way! Duncan! Woo!"
still a bit sore from that one, I have to be honest.
Oh,
So-
it's kind of like, oh.
Which one of you guys works the deepest? Who's the best one?
Oh, he's
And the Sils and Ardis and this group turn around and they all look, and he's this kind of like a slightly older dwarf, and he looks over and kind of long grey beard plaited into a kind of a neat bob, and he kind of looks at you, puts his beard down, and he goes, "Aye, that's me." Stands up. Barrack's a name.
So you work in the prime, do you?
No, not the prime. No, head the team down on the deep. Shift
Oh, the
change.
deep. I've got that wrong.
No.
haven't I? The deep. Oh yeah. I
So
made a schoolboy error there. The deep is the deepest mine. I should have thought of that.
No, that's it. The way they look at it, boys, that the prime is probably the one they're most interested in at the moment. They just struck a new cavern down there. It's actually quite a sick amount of wealth that we found. There's veins of silver and gold in there, and countless kind of looks like stones, but they're in a lake, underwater lake. So, they'll be right for the picking as soon as they've cleared that out and secured it. But yeah, no, we've got plenty of projects in the deep. So,
Oh, excellent.
but yeah, but
So you work shifts, do you?
and at this point, a number of people have kind of gone back to their own conversations, and he's kind of come over to speak to you directly. Because we do normally kind of on the deeper mines. We're normally in three days or longer. Depends what's going on. Right, we're down there for a while, but that's fine.
So how long does it take to get down there?
Oh, I mean, for probably maybe a good day's travel to get to the farthest point of where we're working at the moment. But yeah, but come to a bit of a stop at the moment, but that's fine.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, I can't really tell you, to be honest, my friend. But yeah, we'll get on top of that, and yeah, we're working on some new excavations. It's just kind of snaking off from our last point, so we'll get there.
Oh,
Get them drunk, do the fire dance, persuade them
Anyway,
to tell.
pleased to meet you, and you kind of need anything, yeah, we're always here. But I've heard you're on a pass just for the day, so enjoy the evening and enjoy the town where you can. Push to find a better pub than this.
oh, okay.
So you guys to sit
I'll
back.
head back. I don't really know what I've achieved there.
Heaps, bro. Choice. Oh, look, while you're coming back, I'm going over to see the gnomes. So, sup, my whānau, hi, and I just sit down and say, hi, everybody.
Everyone kind of looks at you and goes, hello.
Well, I'm Tish, and I've just popped down the mine for a couple of days. Mr. Silver Eyes has given me a pass. What are you guys all up to? Have you had work today?
And they put their little kind of like half-sized glasses down.
They're so sensible.
And they'll kind of look around, and no one really says anything.
What's
and then
wrong with my gnomes?
suddenly a male gnome comes over and goes, sorry about them, they're quite a shy lot. My name's Bilwyn Lightstand. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Bilwyn.
Kind of puts his little hand out, kind of with stumpy fingers, calloused.
Cousin Stumpy, yeah. Long story.
Yeah, okay.
But
And he goes, welcome. You look like you're not from down here.
No.
Are you a new engineer?
No.
Oh, good. We didn't hear it. No, good. As in, I'm sorry. I don't mean that. As in, I didn't know you were coming, and I was getting a bit flustered that I'd missed something. But
Are you getting a new engineer?
well, no. But that's why I saw you, and we don't normally get gnomes down here. So, so I saw one. I just assumed you were part of the group, but you're not. So you're obviously down here for another reason, which is fantastic. But
Yeah, no, we helped clear up some trouble up on the upper level.
oh, you're an adventuring gnome.
Yeah,
That's
mate.
exciting.
Yes, we killed some harpies. They were quite freaky. I got to play with their wings, and some other nasty things, and helped out. And so we're allowed to. My friends and I have been down here to come and see the awesome things you do.
Oh no, that's exciting. But we don't get up we don't go out very often to the surface. We're here. We have to stay here and make sure that the lifts are working, the cranks, and a couple of us are doing the thing down. We've got our problems that we need to solve down in the mine, and we're working all the time on that. And I probably should get some more sleep, to be honest. Haven't slept much. No, I've got some problems. Oof. But no, that's fine. We'll solve those. And yes, but no. My name's Bilwyn. I said that
Yeah,
already.
you did.
I'm
mate.
sorry.
Wow, have you got time for a beer? I mean, I've got my basic abilities with a jack of all trades. I mean, that comes in handy when you've got to build things. I mean, are you fixing?
Oh no, it's a little bit more kind of arcane in nature, and we've got to. He kind of sits down. And he's like, he's just kind of tired, and
I bet.
it's been a long couple of weeks, and ever since we found it, and we just can't get to it. There's some form of warding circle. We just don't know. I mean, we'd never seen them before, and we've been up researching, and there's
Oh, they're a pain, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely.
How far down is that? That's like got to be in. Is that in deep mine?
Yes, that's.
Or is it in prime?
No. We're about a day's travel to through the kind of the temple excavation, and then it's quite fascinating. No, we just wonder. how
Oh,
it
the
works.
excavation! I'd heard about that. That's very exciting. Is that in deep mine or is that in prime? Because the guy that was talking to me about it couldn't remember.
Just make a persuasion check for me, please.
Damn it!
That's right.
You know how? When does that come? That's that one there. No, that's not even that
I'm
one.
sure our stones are pretty warm today.
Yeah, because we haven't even played with our green stones of
Yeah.
inspiration, and I feel I'm holding.
We had one, and I think we succeeded last time we checked for
Yeah,
this day.
you got that. You rolled them, so you get to roll with
I can't
advantage if
see.
you wish.
And what am I looking at?
Do you want to roll it with advantage before you look at the number?
Yeah, what is it rolling with the...
It's okay.
Two, and
She
you
hasn't
take
played
the
before.
highest.
It's
I
okay.
never get advantage on anything except that time with that dude in that place. Anyway, sorry, what was that? Plus
So on
2.
episode
So
36, you're still
You can
learning.
roll two of the big ones at
36 hours in, we'll get there.
the same time.
This is how it is when you're a beginner. So what one but these?
So roll that a second time and then take the highest number of the 2 rolls and then add 2, I think it is.
So was that the first roll?
Have you forgotten what's the first
Yeah, I
one?
can't remember what the...
Yeah, roll it again.
Sorry, guys. Oh, right. So 8 plus what? Plus 2 is 10. And anything else for life?
Oh, no, I believe that's
I
it.
think the beer's got to me.
All good. So 10.
So-
and as he's kind of
Is he all right?
he kind of stops himself and he just looks and goes, I can't really say too much, but
No.
yeah, no, it's at
course
the,
not.
it's at the bottom of the deep mine, and it's just something very important that we're working on, and yes, but yeah, lots of research, and we're just a bit stumped. But yeah, so what do you do, Miss Tish?
I've had the accidental in my adventures. I've had to take the lives of a few horses.
Oh, that's very sad.
It was very
Were
sad.
they old?
They were definitely not well behaved horses. That's all I can say. One was actually just in the wrong place at the wrong time to try and stop people from doing bad things, you know. But my friends are amazing, and if they can do anything to help you, let me know, because they support our gnome families.
Oh no, well, I will. I mean, and yes, and any friend of a fellow gnome is friends of us all. So, but yes, and I mean, with your friends, but feel free to come and join us and eat over here if you wish. It's up to you.
Thank you.
But yes, no, pleasure. And then you kind of get this kind of coy, kind of like, yeah, hello, welcome from all these quiet people.
Thanks, everybody.
And it looks like there's this kind of sullenness to them all. Like that, now you kind of heard the story. Everyone looks dog tired. There's just this kind of, they're quiet and they're all a bit meh, and like sullen-eyed, and it's like they're back-to-back shifts, split shifts, whatever they're doing.
Can I shout them a round of drinks and pie, because obviously we're on the hospitality of the mine, and that's family.
Mm-hmm.
Or
As
it needs to be
you
fed
go to
well.
organise that, you go up and ask, and the bar, as you speak to Arden, he goes, "I'm sorry, the hospitality doesn't really extend to shouting the entire third of the bar drink. I'm quite sorry
What
about
about
that.
pie?
I'll chuck a couple of fruit pies on the table."
Oh, you've got
Okay.
fruit pies?
Yeah.
You're such a good dude, mate.
Oh, okay.
You're
I mean,
awesome.
your dwarf has already asked for extra meat pies, so...
Yeah, well, he's hungry. Yeah, he's
Okay,
very
well, good.
hungry. It's not worms, it's just hungry.
Oh, good. And as you go up to the bar, can you just make a perception check for me?
Yeah, that always goes well. Yeah. Oh, hold on, I get to add to that, because that will make life... It's a 5.
Let's try that again. What's your passive perception?
What?
That's 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, 10.
'Cause it's gonna
Plus
be
my
higher.
wisdom is 1. It's
11.
11.
All right, okay, that'll do. As you're just
Ooh,
kind of idly
sounds
talking,
nice.
you hear this kind of like
Hello, mating call. Sorry.
looking around, and you look for the creature that made the noise, and for a moment you don't see anyone. Like there's a couple of people over here, and you just see this carved statue of this kind of small 2-foot long dragon
Should've used
lying
my
on the
teach
end of the
magic.
bar, and you got to turn away just as it moves its head and it looks at you, and it, excuse me, as it kind of wriggles its shoulders and just kind of twitches back. Didn't mean to do that. Bad manners.
Oh, no, I'm down for that. What's your name? I'm Tish.
I'm Marlin.
Hi, Marlon. What sort of wonderfulness are you?
I live here.
Like,
Always lived here.
in the mine or in the pub?
In the pub.
Cool. And what do you do all day? Like, hang out.
And as you ask that question, you see the kind of slight red tinge to the eye, and this kind of like pot belly, just kind of that he's lying on
We may have dated.
as he shuffles again. And
Has he got teeth?
yeah, it looks like a small dragon. He's just like more of a little kind of like 2-foot long dragon, the size of a small dog. And he's like,
Potbelly dragon.
Potbelly dragon.
Oh,
What's those
aye.
things that we played with? The
the wyverns.
wyvern.
No, it doesn't look anything like that. It's a lot cuter.
No, I want to tell. We like bumped into these nasty wyverns, and you're way cooler looking than they are.
Well, a lot more intelligent than those heinous things.
Yeah.
But I spend most of my day lying here, sampling the ale, eating food, listening to people. That's what I do.
Do you get to go play in the mines with the stuff?
I want to go down to those dirty things. I quite like it up here.
But there's shiny stuff.
And as you're talking, Arden comes over. Stop annoying the customers, Marlin. He's like, leans by the dragon and he just kind of looks, and just a little bit of whiff of air comes out of smoke comes out of his nostrils. I was talking to her, Arden. Leave me be, have my fun. He goes, go on and annoy someone else for a while. And he kind of stands up and goes, nice to meet you, young gnome.
Very
And
nice to meet you.
Kind of like
Marlon.
hops off the bar and walks, and as you see her having this conversation, you see this little kind of drake just wander through the tavern and then find another table, and he gets up onto it and just kind of curls up, watching, almost ready for the band. One of the barmaids comes over with a small little dish and just puts it down, and he kind of says something to her. You don't quite grasp it, and he starts licking out of the bowl. And as you go away, he goes, so you have met Marlin. He's our alehouse drake.
He's so cool.
He's been with us since, well, I mean, he was here when the place was built, I think. He must be nigh on 300 years old, that guy. Almost like a family heirloom, you could say.
That's very cool.
But watch what you say around him.
Oh,
He's a terrible gossip.
Stop
Anyway.
it.
Goes,
What's he drinking tonight?
oh, he just drinks whatever you put in front of him, to be honest.
Super, that's good to know.
Only ale. Don't give him any hard stuff.
Okay, just
Last
the
time
ale.
someone did that, nearly burnt the place down. But
Is he hot enough to melt metal when he blows his flames?
don't worry, he doesn't blow flame too much or too often. But just
I'm thinking there could be a duet coming on here.
but just
Into the
if he happens to burp, just maybe get out of his way.
Oh, yep.
It's pretty feral. Do excuse me. And your fruit pies have been delivered to you.
Thanks, buddy.
And he goes off to serve another customer.
Have you fellas got to go over and go and see the humans?
No.
That leaves you.
Yes.
We're allowed our number one star. Sorry, I was pissed.
I don't know what this means.
They were really excited.
Okay.
Good luck.
I shall go and see the humans. They'll be very much looking forward to seeing me.
Yeah, you kind of get a pretty frosty reception as you make your way over.
I just go and sit nearby and say, hello, my name's Ondra. Bat my eyelashes at them. I wave my little decaying arm at them.
They're like, nice.
And I get it to play a little tune on the table.
They all just turn around with their backs to you, and you hear words, weird, freak. Like, shitty entertainment for later? But don't know. Wouldn't touch it with yours, bro. No.
They're so cruel. So straight.
That's
boring.
Beige.
The big one's pretty cute, though, eh? Yeah. Anyway.
That's you, Scold.
No.
I mean, they're not wrong.
With your big shiny hammer and all. Yeah.
And I just lean over and go, I can introduce you to him if you'd like.
You're right, thanks. Love.
Could I go and get a mug of beer from the bar and go give it to Marlin?
Can I set fire to the human?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you drop it over. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Duncan Daynut.
Hello, Duncan. You're like a dwarf.
I'm a dwarf.
You don't look like a dwarf that's normally here, though.
Oh no, we're just here on a visit. But I've never really seen anyone like you before.
Ooh, not many of us. And we don't tend to travel very far.
No. So you haven't been down in the mine recently then?
I don't go down in the mine. I literally stay here.
Oh. Would you like to go down in the mine?
Not really, no. Thank you.
Oh.
Why would I
Okay.
want to go down in the mine? I have just to drink all the beer I want and listen to all the fun things. And
Oh,
I mean, I know what's going on down in the mine. I don't need to go down there. I listen to everyone. I hear all the stories.
oh, what is going on down there?
You know what I like, Duncan?
Beer.
I like shiny things as well as beer.
Oh, what sort of shiny things?
I don't know. I've got a collection. I've got red ones, blue ones, white ones, all shiny. Have you got anything shiny, Duncan? Apart from that, and he's like looking over. Apart from that nice shiny looking wand you've got there, that looks different to your axes.
Oh yes, I found that in a harpy nest. It's very good. It
Wonderful.
makes me a wizard now.
That's it.
Yes.
That's intriguing. But no, I like shiny things, Duncan.
When you say shiny things, do you mean like gemstones or do you mean like money?
I don't really have much use for money, but I have a bed of gemstones. I find it helps itch my scales. So I have one place left, but I just don't have any more to put in there.
Oh. What colour would you like?
Oh, well, what colour do you have?
I don't know. We got some gems, didn't we, from payment?
And I've got one big cut diamond that I scored ages ago.
Oh yeah.
We got the gems that we gave back.
But when they paid us in gems.
Oh,
I
didn't
think,
we?
No, I think we just took money.
Did we? Did we take money?
Yes, we just took the money instead of
The other
gems.
day, you and me, we went halvesies, and you gave me all the copper, and some silver, and some gold, and something else, surely. Oh, I could be wrong. I'm wrong. Sorry, it was in that pouch in the harpies. I was wrong.
I think we decided to just take the money.
We got 200 gold or gems when we took the thing back.
Yes, and we got paid 200 gold pieces.
I'm gonna
very
walk over
difficult.
to Duncan, this weird-looking creature.
Are you talking about me or
Yeah,
the
that's what I
drake?
was gonna
I
say.
also talking about the Drake now.
Oh, okay.
I missed
You
an
kinda get- you
ample
get the-
opportunity for a joke.
You get the kind of the second half of the conversation where
Yeah.
like, it's clearly trying to barter for something. Talk of gemstones or whatnot.
Well, yeah,
Well,
you're trying to buy something.
Oh no, I was just talking to this very friendly chap called Marlin, and he's got a really good bed, but he's got one space.
Like the fish.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really like fishes. I don't think it's a fish. You're not a fish, are you?
no.
No, it's not a
I'm
fish.
Definitely related to dragons.
That's what I thought.
Because I look like one.
Is there a dragonfish? I wonder.
Must be.
The
Because
dragonfly.
fish got like wings, sort
That's
of.
a flying fish.
So you is this your mountain? You live here?
I live in the inn. This is where I live. I listen to things. I do things.
So how long have you been here in this place?
I lost count. Maybe 300 years, maybe.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Do you remember what was here before the town?
Big cavern, and I kind of lived here and made my way here when the mine was first settled. And as soon as I opened a pub, I thought, well, this is a cozy pub to settle in. I used to live in a kind of a away pub on the journey down to the very south tip of the continent, and it was a bit breezy for my liking. I kind of like the dimness as well, and then when I found a pub inside a mountain, I mean, why wouldn't you stay here?
Fair enough. So
But anyway, you're a little bit boring. Duncan, you were talking to me about gemstones.
Yes, I thought we had some, but apparently Tish has got a diamond that she's going to give you.
You know
I've
what's
got a diamond.
you know what's better than
Can I have a look?
gemstones?
Can I have a look at
Yeah,
it?
yeah, look at this. It's all cut and was pretty, and I got it in town. Oh, north of here, maybe. Yeah, what is...
You know, funnily enough, that looks perfect for what I need.
Would you like this, Marlon? It would make me so happy if I could give this to you.
That would make me happier than if the brigade of clueless gnomes managed to solve the warding issue around the portal that is at the end of the deep mine.
Well, I'm sure you know how to solve it, right?
No. and he just kind of like scoops the gem, the diamond underneath him, and he just kind of nestles onto it.
Oh, that looks good on you, buddy. That looks so good on you.
Oh, I can feel it. That itch. I've been trying to get that for days.
I feel like later on I might need port. Does this place serve port?
Probably, yes.
Is it any good, do you know?
I mean, I don't drink port, I only drink ale.
You only drink ale?
Yeah, well, I'm an ale drake, so...
Oh,
Oh,
exciting. Undra should tell you about the time we went to this place and they made this beer with magic mushrooms. It was so cool.
does sound cool.
It was tasty.
It sounds almost as interesting as what they're trying to chase around the mines as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the engineers, they were in, like, not maybe 2 weeks ago, and they had this new invention for this thing to move gems around quickly. And I don't know what they've done, but the thing has just got a life of its own and has just taken off. And now they spend half their time chasing it around, trying to get it back.
Is it a machine, is it?
It's like a tinkered machine. And the reason why I'm so interested in it, because the giant ruby that's at its centre would make the perfect like ornament at the top of my little bed of gems. It really would.
Oh, that does sound delightful. Yeah, Billwyn was saying that they were pretty tired because they were trying to work on that warding circle and they had some issues, but he couldn't go into them because he was like tired.
Yes. And he kind of like shifts
Ruby.
around and looks at the diamond you've given him and he's like, You're quite interested in the warding circle, aren't you?
I like funky, weird stuff and gems, I'm going to be honest. And as a rock gnome and sometimes a bard in the right sort of frame
The
of
question
mind.
is, are you more interested in the warding circle and the challenge of solving it? Are you more interested in what it holds?
Well, we heard a weird thing, mate, about like there being a special temple, and we wondered if it was all connected, and we thought, what an adventure, how could we support that process?
Well, yes. I mean, and this will be interesting to you. I didn't mean to call you boring. You were just being a little bit boring at the time, and Duncan, he seems a bit simpler and a bit more entertaining.
Very simple.
But the temple would intrigue you, because I believe by the looking of you follow the god of war, and it is a temple attuned to him.
Yes.
Why? It's
and
buried.
the people that's messing with it shouldn't be messing with it.
But they've gone through the temple, and that's where they found this. The best way to describe it is an oversized semicircle, and it's just like an archway.
I thought it was a hammer.
No, well, yeah. They thought they found a hammer, and there is a hammer at the centre of the archway, just lying motionless on the floor. But that's like a stone hammer.
Wow.
But they can't get to it because no one can break through this strange ward that seems to be causing this force or this shield. So until they figure out what to do, I don't know.
That's so exciting.
It's like only a certain type of person will be able to pass it.
Wow.
You're right, Marlin, when you said I was quite simple. You're much cleverer than me.
Yeah, don't take offence by that. We've all got our strengths, and I see by the way you've got those two axes on them, and the well sharpened blades and the warm grips that you put them to a better use, and maybe the same level of use as what our friendly dark-skinned elf here puts her intellect to. So we all have our part to play, don't we, Duncan?
I was just thinking.
He's
So
quite a bitch.
do you know how to get past this ward then?
I don't know, but I suspect there's probably a much simpler way than what they're giving credit for. I mean, there's a saying that sometimes the simplest explanation is normally the right one, and these gnomes tend to overthink things. Not you, the ones that tinker. They have to look
like
for the complicated
We're
way.
pretty good. We got Plan D, and that's
Yeah, we like
very
to
effective.
keep things simple.
Yeah. But anyway,
well. I think this ward is probably keeping them out because they're not supposed to get in there. I think that's the simplest solution.
yes, absolutely. And yeah. Did you want to know the other interesting thing I found out today?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes. You see, and he kind of points over to four kind of guardsmen. He goes, they haven't even started their shift yet. They don't start until about 3 hours' time. But I know for a fact that the show that the Agnums is going to be putting on is about 4 hours. 3.5 maybe at a push. And he kind of nods and goes, you see the one with the beard? He fancies the fiddler, Asta. She's got gorgeous blue hair, short hair. She plays the fiddle like a temptress. I think they're going to be late for work. And I can guarantee you the others are going to probably clock off and be rushing up here to get the tail end of the show. Wouldn't dear Rents be furious to know that the station is going to be left unguarded for a whole 30 minutes? Imagine.
Oh, yes, he'd be very cross about that because he's quite a stickler, I tend to think.
It's absolutely amazing what you overhear sometimes, just sitting around drinking ale all day long. And what you see. Like, for example, that fella over there, the one that's kind of doing his best to read that paper, he followed you maybe about 20 minutes after you came in here. And he's been sat over there watching what you've all been doing ever since.
Oh.
It's just like everyone just ignores old Marlin. But anyway.
You're not old.
No, I'm going to take my lovely diamond. Thank you. It looks,
You're
I'm going to
welcome.
go and put it in here. And then I'm going to go and find a high vantage point where I can watch everyone and listen to the music and what's being said. I like you all. You're quite friendly.
Well, I quite like you, Marlin.
Thank you.
I wave my other arm at him.
He looks at it and goes, I know someone that had an arm like that once. Had a bit more flesh on it. Though.
What's his name?
Have you seen anyone else with like the tattoos like on that arm?
Looks at it and goes, a few.
What's his name? Stupid Clint.
There's not many of them. They work for all areas. So.
Oh, here in the
And he kind of
mine.
looks over and goes, yeah, okay. So that tattoo, the Harv Rockstall, you wouldn't know him, he's not in here. Big human, beast of a man. He works at the large smithy. He's got one on his centre back. And there's kind of looks over and goes, the gnomes, the quiet one. Female, Rosie Temlock. You wouldn't think she's got one as well. I know it means something. I don't really know what. Rance has got lots, all up one arm. Never seen so many tattoos on a man. But he's a nice enough fellow.
Do you want to see my tattoo? It
He's
says
nice
Grandma
enough.
Dane up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But no. Anyway, I'm going to go and find my perch.
Well, enjoy. We're looking forward to this band.
Come and say hello later.
Heck yeah. Especially if you find any more shiny things. Oh,
Yes.
neat.
Well, and he turns around and kind of look for the gem. It's somehow been absorbed into him. You don't know where. There's a few folds and bits and pieces, and the ale
keep
mug
caramels
that you
under
brought
there.
over is somehow emptied in the conversation. You don't remember seeing him drink it, but it's gone. As he kind of jumps off and then with a kind of a bit of a flutter pops up to a couple of perches, and you see him kind of like hide in this little recessed area high up on a shelf, and you can just see the tail hook over the end, a little bit like a cat, and just kind of swaying. And about half an hour later, the band comes on, the female with short blue hair picking up the well-oiled fiddle, a human male who kind of stands with two kind of wadded sticks behind the kind of the drums and the percussion, and then a half-elf picking up that oversized kind of fiddle, that guitar, and they slowly start playing. That very quickly though, the kind of the low tempo build starts to kind of build to a more kind of intense kind of rhythm, and that's kind of where it stays for probably at least the next half an hour whilst you chant.
Can we like check out the man with the paper who was watching us?
Yep, it's pretty clear. He's wearing a kind of a cloak over his shoulders, a pretty nondescript like guy. He's kind of got brown hair. His kind of features kind of brown eyes, clean shaven, kind of greenish brown clothes. He's one of those kind of individuals that blends in or is lost to sight because he's completely normal and average looking and
He's very beige.
yeah,
Beige.
He's beige.
Beige is.
But yeah, just got a drink and.
So why do you think he's watching us?
Because we're cool.
I think he's a spy.
Yeah.
For who?
Rents. For the mine.
So if we're obviously that we're saying this quietly, so we can't hear.
Oh yeah.
We're not like, we're not like sat next to him. So I'm presuming we're planning to like go down the mine when the guards aren't there.
So we've got 2 hours
Watching the
probably.
band. Do we like want to take him out when he follows us out of the pub?
Yeah. He's probably gonna follow us down the mine, and then he's gonna get lost down there somewhere.
So do we want to take him out before or after he's followed us down there? Probably be easier when we're in a deep dark passage down the mine. wouldn't it?
Then he can just get lost there somewhere, and rocks might fall on him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's
He
the plan
slips
then.
off the edge in a
Okay.
drunken stupor.
So you enjoy the music and it's actually very good. You're actually quite impressed, Tish, by the almost the ferocity of which they play, and the whole crowd is just cheering on and then getting into the kind of their
Moving
cups
with
and
it.
it's great.
Frenzy.
And somehow at the same time that occasional whistle they seem to try and build that in some form and like when it does they just change the tempo to kind of roll with it. But
That's cool.
after about 2 hours, and you kind of the time clicks by and you notice it. You kind of see a good sized group of guards kind of just coming quite quickly straight up to the bar. They move in, they've got drinks in their hands and they're just leaning and they're kind of like chirpy and happy, almost like, oh, we've made it, yeah, got it, yeah, they're finished, it's awesome.
That's our cue.
And at the same time, you kind of the guards that Marlon had pointed out are kind of like looking around and like looking to see if anyone's here, and they're like kind of a couple of them are nudging the others, and they're shaking of their heads and they're pointing at the band. Kind of some slightly more vulgar gestures and some laughing, but they don't look to move.
Right, let's get
Go
off
on.
then.
Yeah.
That's us, we're off.
You're off.
Yep.
So, what do you like? You just get up and wander out.
Or let's just I
Yeah.
guess is there a way we could sneak out? I guess is there another not make it too obvious?
Is there a back passage?
Well, I mean,
But also, if we're gonna sneak out, then the guy watching us is just gonna know that we know that he knows that we're watching. Yeah.
I need to go for ear. That's the best I got.
Oh yes, I am feeling a little bit queasy now after drinking that beer. I will just go outside for a breath of fresh air.
I'm going
Come
to
on,
go
mate.
and try to block his view from where these people are. And dance with all the things and my cloak and things, and I just
roll,
want
make
to cover you.
a. I don't know what you're making.
Neither do I.
No, never mind. Make just roll a d20, Duncan, and add your. I have no idea. Add 2. Just roll a d20 and add 2. We'll call this your number 8 wire check.
Ooh.
Your
Number 8 wire
Kiwi
check, writing that
ingenuity to
down.
see if you can blag your way through this.
Number 8 wire.
Oh, that'll be a natural 20.
Sweet. Sweet as.
You kind of start like pretend convulsing and like urging and running out, and you're like, whoa! And you kind of put your arm up and just charge through blindly through the door, and you're like, you kind of start almost pretend retching to the point where you almost make yourself throw up. It's that convincing. And at the same time, you're just kind of like twirling around and being annoying, kind of doing what you do, and as you make your way out, you kind of drift out one by one.
Yeah.
Till you kind of congregate on the outside. You have no idea if anyone's seen you leave.
Yeah.
I hide behind the side of the building,
Yeah, I was going to
waiting for him to
say.
come out so I can slit his throat.
So the three of us should
I
start.
thought we were
Oh, do you
waiting.
want him?
I thought we were waiting for him to follow us into the mine, and then we were going to do it.
Oh, not just outside then.
No, no.
Because then we
way.
need to dispose of the body and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
we've only got half hour to get in the mine.
True.
Yeah.
Right, let's go, and he can follow us.
Let's go quickly.
Okay.
Can,
yeah.
As we go, can I just have a quick check up at the platform where you get a really good view?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage because of the distance.
16.
You can't see anyone leaning over the end or kind of on that kind of end thing. You don't. From what you can see, there's no one up there.
Okay.
And you make your way down the stairs to the second level, and then moving your way down the kind of the warm path leading down to the guards kind of the house where you first met Alex. The cart park with the horses in front of you, maybe 100 feet away. You can see the lift shaft and kind of the platform, the lowering platform. Number of buildings along here. They seem to be the lights on, but there's no one outside. Make quickly all of you a perception check.
That's a nat one for me.
Oh, and me. +3, making 4.
It's all up to you then, Tish.
21.
Oh,
I got 19 plus 2.
Yeah, awesome. So you three are basically
Finally.
just kind of like beelining, like discussing on
Oh
how
God,
you're going
it's
to take
all on
someone
me.
out and talk around, and so you're actually taking it upon yourself. There isn't actually anyone present right now. You do see a couple of gnomes that are off in a building far up past the kind of the shaft, and they're kind of in and out and moving around. It's obviously dark down here. There's light everywhere, but there's plenty of shadows to move in and out of. As you move up to the winch or the lift, you see a kind of a ladder extending up past the platform.
Should we just take the ladder down rather than try and
40
work the
feet.
lift?
How fast can you go in 40 feet?
Pretty quick.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Carry me. Joking.
Any sight of the... can I catch sight of the man?
As you look around, make a you've asked make a perception check.
13.
Natural 1 for me. As you kind
He
of look
trips
around,
down the
Wow.
stairs.
as you look around,
Wait for
you just
me.
kind of like you just see this kind of like guy walking past, and he's just like caught in the middle of nowhere, like just looking at this building, like starts playing with this this kind of display on the ledge, and just like kind of trying to pretend like he's there, failing miserably.
Okay.
But he's clearly following you.
Right, let's just keep going, eh?
Mm-hmm.
We need to get down to that deep mine.
We've got ages to go. Go, go, go. Dun, 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 dun.
Wander down. You go down. You're on this first level. So as you get to the bottom of this kind of ladder, you can see this kind of plateau that extends out maybe another 100 feet and about 40 feet to the kind of the wall, where it then just rises up to the wall of the cabin. At the end of this plateau, about 100 feet away, you can see the second lift shaft. Again, the same ladder extending up next to it on this kind of wooden platform. A number of kind of trucks and kind of empty, smaller wagons just kind of sit idling next to it, but there's no one down here.
Handy.
Yeah, like I will rely on you guys too, because you
We
can see
can't do
better
a
than me.
torch.
Oh yeah. No, you can't do your torch yet.
No.
Well, there's still light down there,
Yeah.
though, and it's not dark yet.
Can they put a leash on you?
So
No, not out in public.
Later, darling, later.
I've lost my train of thought now.
So, we're running across what
Horrible
should
vision
be
of mine.
60 feet, maybe 30.
Yeah, so basically
We're
you-
done
you're
the first
there.
one. We're
That's
on
the-
this one. We're
yeah.
running down the ladder into the next level.
Yeah.
Is anybody working that level at the moment?
Make a quick perception check, everyone.
Oh, noodles.
Also, I just suppose there's not like anything lying about. Like, look, miners' cloaks or guard cloaks or anything like that that we see anywhere.
Make an investigation check yourself just for that.
I got a
Perception check.
7.
7,
18.
16.
18, you can hear voices coming from the nearest mine entrance from the lift shaft.
I was like,
Minor shine? Minor mine.
That one there. Yeah, which is
I'm
mine.
like, oh,
Um,
voices over there.
and then Duncan, what did you roll?
14.
Actually, and you
wow.
can, as you kind of get to the bottom of the ladder, there are actually a couple of kind of, not cloaks, they're more kind of like blankets of some description, like tarps almost, which are just kind of hanging up next to a couple of those empty wagons. It's probably what you can see.
Are they like clothing type tarp things? Or
Yeah,
just wagon
like
things?
cloth, kind of some form of like non-woven wool type material.
Well, how many were there?
There's at least half a dozen.
Shall we?
We might as well just put one on it. Just from a distance, it might make us look a bit more like
Mine workerish.
mine workerish. Let's quickly
Good job.
hoik those on.
Yeah, so just kind of wrap them around you and just kind of
Yeah.
like. So what are you doing, team? As you can hear these voices coming from a mine entrance,
so
slowly
from-
getting louder.
So from there was it?
Next one down.
Next one
That one
down.
down there.
Yep, you're there.
And how
Mine,
far
yeah.
away are we?
We're at the top
So-
of the ladder.
Yep, you're at the top of the ladder on that second plateau. So you're kind of around. I've got you around there,
Yep.
so you can hear the voices from this mine here.
Oh, is there anywhere to hide? Like,
You've got the trucks and the caverns there, but you can see the ladder, the last ladder, just way over here by the wall almost, and then you've got the last lift going down.
I was going to say, like, throw one of those. I can't remember what you call it.
yeah, is there some sort of distraction or something?
Yeah,
we
it's
can just
gone. Like,
spell or something.
where's it gone? In my cantrips, I've got a thing.
I've got dancing lights.
Yeah, yeah. One of them type things. A string in the
We've got to get the cross in
predestination.
front of them, yes?
Minor magic trick of non-magical
Or prestidigitation.
Yeah, I can't even say it.
No, I can't either.
The voices are just they're kind of echoing now, almost to the
It'll
point where you
last
can
for an
make,
hour.
make out words and kind of make out
Oh, yeah.
what they're talking about.
Maybe throw your dancing lights in there just to like distract them for a minute while we duck past the entrance.
Yeah.
Okay,
I will
Aim
do
them
it.
you do that.
way out.
Yes.
So
out of-
as the kind of the lights just kind of ping up in there, you kind of hear a shout of surprise. Make a quick make a stealth check. Everyone, we'll do it as a group check.
Oh, that's not my bestest point.
No. But we will.
Oh,
14.
Who's?
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's a natural 11 from me. Oh, wait.
That's really good.
Oh,
That's-
wait, and also there's disadvantage because male, I think. Yes.
You're on males, okay? It's just plate.
Okay. I'm not sure what I've got.
Duncan,
I think I'm going to use my inspiration on this one,
go for it.
which was a good call because I rolled a 10 and a 3.
So
So,
that's with the 10 plus something.
that goes up to 13.
That's right. So 13 with 14 with natural 20. That's enough. As all of you just kind of like you usher everyone along to get past, and Duncan goes to stop you, like, no, quick, keep going. You get to the ladder, and as the shouts die down, you can kind of hear the footfalls come out as the last of you just dropped down to that lower level, which is empty. You're left with a choice
Wow.
of 2 mine shafts. Which one do you take?
Okay.
There's
Dun,
one on the
dun,
right,
dun.
and
Which
one
is
on the left.
deep.
And
Oh,
as you're
what-
thinking about that, as you can hear noises and the kind of the slight rush of decision making, you're left with these 2 caverns and the kind of the markings etched above them, not really knowing what they mean, and knowing that your decision will lead you either to the deep mine or the prime mine. You can make that decision next time.
Oh.
I hate it when you got a choice of shafts.
I don't mind it.
No. Better to have.
I like to mix it
Yeah.
up.
I'm just gonna.
So follow us on Facebook.
Someone says not excited.
Follow us on Facebook, Pornhub.
Oh, the Instagram.
The hand.
Everyone's like, how do they know those things? There's people out there going, what are these? Oh my god.
No.
We
Seriously,
apologise.
Facebook, Instagram.
Just the website, Facebook, and Instagram, or YouTube. Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
following us, guys, and join us next time to see if they figure out which shaft to descend upon. Until then, thank you everyone, and good night.
Thanks everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.